You're taking over a new offensive line and a new offense for some of these guys. Just how are they coming along?
I think there's some development. The good news is we don't play Cincinnati till later on, and we get plenty of time to keep improving. We're taking steps, and we need to start getting into strides and getting to a full run. But we're moving in the direction that we need to be moving.
Who's kind of your rock on that offensive line? You're like an experienced guy that you can always count on.
Well, there's some seniors, with Kevin Panfile or Justin Kitchens, and they're guys that are, have some experience out there. Obviously, Cody Davis is another guy that, uses his veteran leadership. Robert Kugler's been around football his whole life, and he's got a lot of experience just around the game. So there's some guys that are demonstrating some leadership.
You could estimate how many combinations you've used on that offensive line through the first 6 practices.
I try to use a lot. Combinations, they have to get used to each other. And, this is a combative game, and guys do get injured, and the best part about it is they all have a clean slate, whether they're a redshirt freshman or whether they're a senior. And the whole team is making strides. The whole offensive line is making strides, Stacy. So to point one out would be unfair.
Just on the surface, it would, you have experience at tackles, you have experience at center. It would seem the guard that would be an unanswered question right now. Just kind of how's that process going, and what are you seeing out of guys that you've rotated in there right now?
There's growth. The tackles need to improve, the centers need to improve, and the guards need to improve. There is growth across the board at all 5 spots. There is growth.
How would you describe your coaching style? I mean, we're obviously able to watch you a little bit, but it seems like you have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I think if you're doing this, you might as well have fun, right? In any walk of life. I love my job. I love working with people, and I love trying to get young men to do something they didn't think they could do. And I enjoy seeing them grow, whether it be as human beings, whether it be as students, whether it be as sons, or whether it be as football players. And I think that's one of the most important aspects of my job. And out here on this practice field, it's the most important thing I do at that time, and I'm into it just like they're into it. So I like to think I dive in 100% with them. And if I tell them that I'm going to demand their best every single day, and in return they should demand my best, and it's a two-way street.
With the timing of your hire, you basically walk right in the door and walk right out on the field. Did you have to scramble it all for a couple of days to get accustomed to your personnel or anything like that, or get moved into your office, just little stuff like that?
It's handling adversity, whether it be me or whether it be the players or whether it be the team. And none of us really asked for the timing of this situation to happen. It did, and we can't worry about that. We have to go, and so that the good thing is Coach Shoup and I have a history and a common philosophy, and we were able to meet and spend some time together and go, and we've all got a long way to go, and myself included, but like I said, I like the way we're headed.
Offensive lines are obviously important in any offense, but it seems like Purdue is transitioning to more of a physical running game. This is a very offensive line driven offense.
I consider the offensive line the engine of a football team, and I think as the offensive line goes, so does the team. And our job is to set the tone. Our job is to play smooth and efficient, and really establish an identity for this team. And that's not a job that we as an offensive line group take lightly. Yeah, we're working on being efficient in all phases, run and pass. But I think the most emphasis that we're giving them is running off the football.
Are you teaching them a little bit differently than what they're used to technique-wise? You tweaking any little things?
That's unfair for me to answer because I don't know what they were taught in the past.
Just how do you want your offensive line to play? Just what sort of mentality?
Violent.
Pretty simple?
Pretty simple.
Are they catching on to that?
I think so. We're making strides.